The Uhuru Academy overall is an amazing school from the teachers to the students. It's a place where kids can build their confidence and learn how to write, read, type, all of that good stuff. We learn our history here. We honor our ancestors, so we learn about who we are and where we come from, and I really enjoy this about this school. And like everybody's pretty much saying, it's a safe space, and we can always be able to feel like we can open up to our classmates and our teachers. So that's what I love.
I love the environment in that they promote not being afraid to ask for help.
Something positive about the Uhuru Academy is this is a safe space, and you can be able to say whatever you want to say without being embarrassed. Just like how Amani said, I've been able to sometimes I can be shy talking around people, but y'all have taught me not to be shy and everything. This is a very good school. The part that I love about this is when we do ancestor reverence and African history.
I think this is the greatest school I've ever went to because you teach me about my history, and at the other schools they never taught me one thing about my history. They just taught the only black people they talked about at my other schools were like Carter G. Woodson, Martin Luther King, and I think that's it. So you guys helped me learn my true history.
Peace, friend. This is Baba Amin. Do you need your high school diploma but don't have the time, resources, or the patience to study for and pass the GED? What if you could earn your high school diploma while working on a plan for your success with a coach at the same time? If you would invest in a program like that, then hit the link below and enroll in Operation Reconnect today. I've been an educator for over 30 years. And in that time, I've seen countless high school graduates that end up underemployed, unemployed, or miserably employed because they walked out of school with a diploma but didn't walk out with a plan. That's why 10 years ago, I founded Operation Reconnect. And since then, we've graduated hundreds of people just like you who have gone on to achieve heights that they never thought possible. Just because the school system failed you doesn't mean you have to fail yourself. Don't give up. You have options. Enroll in Operation Reconnect today, and I'll see you at the top. Peace.
Yeah, it's still a lot of debate about who we are. Cats arguing, we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is, we all of that. Because all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gonna fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad or a provocateur, what the business like? You Malcolm X, my enemy. Chief Turner, Dr. King, keep a burner. You repeat, look at me, who you see? I'm Garvey when I rap a bar. Every line is a black star. I'm masterful cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar, my attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Dr. Cotton, these Europeans know what I mean. I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Joseph Ben, Kanaan, show and prove like Dr. Clark. I'm a boom cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What song did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a dumb?
What's your name? It's the Chigaboo, it's the Porsche Monkey, it's the Sambo, it's the Oreo, maybe Revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carry no scandal. I ain't scary, got ammo. Harry Tubman with a candle. Time to pick up the mantle. I'm a son to Wop and Queen of Zinga. Nefertiti and Queen of Mina. Half she said and the Queen of Sheba. She thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, peace safe. Willie Mandela, refuse to break. I'm animate, refuse to hate. I see straight through cause I'm late today. In standing loop, I got things to say. With Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better should buy by me, my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I might set this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoot, come bless altar. I'm maybe I bless Walter. I'm on the coon, I drop my daughter. I'm all your, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS reverse the stars. So now.
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What song did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now?
What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are now? Man, I like that song.
I love that song.
Oh, Annabelle, you better come to South Carolina this summer.
What?
You better bring Kenley with you over there. That's Annabelle right there,
right
Lock
there.
Mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Come out.
Come Juneteenth.
That'd be great.
Come down here
Perfect time.
Juneteenth. That'd be the perfect time. Y'all come down here Juneteenth. We got the Airbnbs on the land. Bring Kenley, bring the husband, the man. Bring the king, bring the king. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on out here, and kick it with us on Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? We actually are a part of the South Carolina Juneteenth Freedom Festival this year. Honored to be that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, honored to be involved with that. So what's going down? Plus, my birthday, Father's Day, all that wrapped into one.
Absolutely.
So definitely come through, you know what I'm saying? Look at Naya X in the house.
What's going on, Naya?
Yeah, Naya X in the house, a Hoover Academy veteran, She like my assistant in class.
Yeah,
she's such a leader, powerful young sister. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural born leader. So proud of Naya X. Was you on post today? Did you do security? I think she's supposed to do security today.
Oh,
You just recently got her ex and everything, and now her and the family getting ready to go out to Savior's Day. And shout out to the Nation of Islam family out there, ready to go to Savior's Day, and she gonna be on post this year.
That's what's up.
So that's really cool. Just super proud of her. She say no, she wasn't on post today. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you better be getting ready. Minister say he wants you sitting right up front when he come out. Want you right up front. You know what I'm saying? All right, peace, y'all. This is He Say, She Say. I'm Bob Amin.
I'm Amin Nkoyo.
You know what I'm saying? And we keep it light, but we get it right. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a good time. We're gonna hang out a little bit, talk about what everybody's talking about, some of the celebrity stuff. There's some things going on in pop culture, hip hop culture, black culture, and just kind of give our view on it.
Yeah.
Right? Just give our spin on it. That's what we do. How you doing today, beautiful lady?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. What? Was something strange?
I didn't know. It just threw me off. That's all. No biggie.
Anyway, y'all. All right, then we're gonna do our thing tonight.
11.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. And we're gonna let some people come in. Make sure you like and share the video. Hey, y'all, on the Uhuru Academy YouTube, we are 5 people away from 1,000. You know what I'm saying? 105 people away from 1,100, where they say you can start monetizing and things like that.
So we need 105.
Right. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel,
Please
definitely
do.
go check out the Uhuru
Yes.
Academy YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, that sort of thing. You know, we ain't doing number raising money for the Uhuru Academy. Everything we do is going towards our school, towards our mission, and y'all know what it is. That's who we are. That's what we do. Uhuru Academy in the house. You know what I'm saying? And you can go check the Uhuru Academy out at uhuruacademy.com. You can also check the ticker that's flowing at the bottom of the screen and become an Uhuru Academy patron. Go to patreon.com/Uhuru Academy. You know what I'm saying? And make your monthly donation to the greatest education experience for Black children in the world today, the Uhuru Academy. And when I tell you we kicking butt and taking names, man, look here. It ain't no joke. I ain't even playing. We are kicking butt and taking names at the Uhuru Academy, man. We are revolutionizing education, doing powerful things. You know, we are global now. I mean, from behind the back of Ricky Clark School, and shout out to Ricky Clark, to now having students all over the world. You can't beat it with that.
All over the world.
You know what I'm talking about? You can't beat that with a bat. You know what I'm saying? And so we continue to grow, but we don't grow without the community. You know, it's been all about the community. We don't just talk about it. We walk about it. We don't talk the talk. We walk the walk. We still working with students that from Fort Worth when we found it. We still working with youth in Houston. We working with youth in South Carolina. We working with youth in Africa, coast to coast.
Yep.
It's what we do. And so times like this is times for us to wind down, spread the word, but wind down, just have a little fun, talk a little noise. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm saying. I say. So do.
Yeah, you know. So we're gonna jump into it. You know, tonight, babe, I was thinking about, because you know, a lot's been going on in the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? And you know, me and you, we'll deep dive into some stuff. You know, we'll see what's going on, and you know, while people are kind of caught up in the he say she say, that's the name of our show. But when they caught up in the he say she say part of things, we deep dive. We discuss the he say she say stuff, but then we always try to look at the big picture as well. So I always try to come with like a overarching topic, and then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes, you know. But like the overarching topic.
I mean, that just kind of threw me out.
Yeah, overarching topic tonight is Grammys, Oscars, fame, and Black culture. We had a real cool conversation the other night when we was talking about the Monique interview and Cat Williams interview, and kind of like the back and forth and the bickering that seems to be going on amongst Black entertainers. You know what I'm saying? And we started talking about how it's like the culture. It's like the culture of fame doesn't really match Black culture.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And then we got to talking.
That's the struggle.
Yeah, that's the struggle, right? And it's also our struggle in corporate America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we grow up trying to shed. We have to shed a lot of the things we do as a people when we get out there in that environment.
Right.
You know, we try to talk different. They say you gotta walk different. Your attitude gotta be different. When you know, we gotta look out for each other attitude in the hood, but you get in the corporate American, it's like you gotta look out for you.
Got to. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then a lot of us who get in, we turn into what they call gatekeepers, where we're looking at those trying to get in saying, well, hold on. First off, you need to cut your hair.
Right.
Second of all, you need to stop talking so ghetto. I'm just trying to show you what you need to do. When they come in here, smile when it ain't funny and scratch where you don't itch. You know what I'm talking about? But everybody can't do that.
No.
You know.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody's not made for that.
Nah.
And just so I think sometimes it's just that you have, you know, as you always did, you had the size, you had your field Negroes, you had your house Negroes. And just, you know, it just is what it is, you know, and sometimes you know, even you may not be there yet, but you'll get there. You just need a little help. And some of us don't. Some of us it's like, yeah, no, I know where I need to be, where my allegiance lies. So
yeah, because I, you know, and I'm trying to be as non-judgmental as possible, right? I don't know where I would have been on the plantation.
Sir.
I'm real pro-Black.
I'm red flags for you, sir. We know where you
I have African Citizen School.
Okay.
What? You know what I'm saying? It's Black power all day long.
And then
you're
warring against your physical. feet don't like to touch the ground.
What? No,
You
I don't. That would be my thing right there.
You ain't all for that manual labor. You know.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. I don't volunteer. I don't think about it. I must admit, it's not manual labor. Is not my. Like, I don't get up, look around the house, seeing if the baseboards are loose. I don't do that. I don't know if the baseboards are loose. On the other hand,
I know all the baseboards.
Yeah, you know, all the baseboards are loose. I don't know that, you know. So I get that, you know. I definitely would have been more of a skilled laborer. Doing
okay.
Like I said, I drove the buggy when, you know,
yes, you did.
I definitely would have drove the buggy during slavery, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clementine, yeehaw, yeah, you know it. I'd have done that, but I'd have been sneaking y'all some food. I'd have been doing some stuff.
Been the spoon.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I say, that's, you know, that's something that people got to deal with now. I turned down several opportunities to get into entertainment business. I've turned down opportunities in corporate America because I didn't want to sacrifice myself, or things that I held dear to me, my culture. Other people don't think like that. Other people like, man, I'm just going to get the bag. And whatever I got to do to get it, I'm going to get it. I owe no allegiance to Black people. I know no allegiance to the Black community. Whatever I'm going to get, I'm just out here to go get it. And that's kind of how we're raised. We're raised that when you do that, you actually doing something for Black people just by being a successful Black person.
Yeah. They fool us into believing that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of us don't come back. We don't come back. And we don't do, or we don't even just choose to live within that neighborhood and try to make things better.
Right.
And sometimes I don't blame them. Sometimes it might be just like you need it's move to the maybe 2 blocks over.
But we was raised to get out the hood. That's the motto. We got to get out the hood, get out the Black neighborhood, leave, don't stay, don't invest in it, don't, you know, that's kind of like the thing. So it trips me out that we get mad at sellouts when we're raised to do that. You know, we're not sellouts. Of course, we've dedicated our whole adult lives to the Black community. But it trips me out that we get surprised when you hear something like Oprah and Tyler Perry are gatekeepers, and they, you know what I'm saying, they protecting their white handlers.
Like, how dare you call them that? I mean, like,
some people get offended by that.
But, you know, either way, I think it's a fantasy. Like you said, it's like saying, you know, like you said, is what do we expect?
Right.
When we're raised that way, I'm gonna tell you, get up out of here, get out, don't come back. And it's like, well, okay. I mean,
yeah, and so when they don't turn around and come back,
okay, I'm not.
I'm not gonna come back.
And
you
then
know
a
what I'm
lot
saying?
of circumstances and experiences help you along the way.
Right. And then your attitude when you're in the hood is that I just didn't make it. I didn't make it, and so that brings a depressed attitude.
Right. So
now, because I think the most disrespected.
Everybody won't get out.
Yeah, I think one of the most disrespected and hated groups in America is the Black working class. Even though the Black working class kind of sets the tone for culture, you know what I'm saying, and that sort of thing. But the Black, because they stay, you know, like
the best with what they have.
Right. I watched this movie. I went to see this movie, American Fiction, right? And it's about these black middle class brother and author. You know what I'm saying? He's a serious author, but he's seeing that a bunch of stereotypical books are what's getting bought. So he decides to write one as a joke, and it gets published. Right. And I mean, he's saying some of those ignorant shit, you know, in there, you know, as far as spoofing the Black community, right? And he, you know, and he has this kind of guilt trip doing it or whatever, you know. And I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, they are clowning the working class Black community in this movie. The character in this movie that's getting disrespected the most is me. Is working class Black people. You know that no one considers the masses in the whole movie. It's all about his feelings, his frustration. Issa Rae plays in the movie, and she's one of the most popular Black authors because she got a movie called We Be Living in the Ghetto.
A book,
a book called We Be Living in the Ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
And that's making fun too.
Right. But the overarching thing was, but she actually had some intellectual retort in the movie about why she did what she did, you know, kind of like on a Zora Neale Hurston vibe. But at the same, but the overall tone of the movie was like, niggas really ain't shit, right? But the flip side of it, the two happiest people in the movie right? Is they black maid who been they maid their whole life. Their mom gets dementia and finally has to go in the rest home. And then the maid, who's probably in her 60s, late 60s or something, she falls in love with a brother that's a working class retired veteran, and they get married. Right. And it's like everybody else in them, all the middle class people is stressed out. But these two poor black folks, they find bliss and get married. But it's almost like the trope that we're so simple and childlike that we're not bothered by the world going on around us. Right. All we want is our little job and be able to go home and eat some hog maws. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt about that shit, right? Like, we don't give the black working class no love. We taught to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so with the stuff that's going on, like with Monique and Cat Williams talking about the gatekeepers, your Tyler Perry's, your Oprah Winfrey's, and things like that, I just find it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at Cat and Mo, who still reflect us. They still reflect the hood. They ain't shared their hoodness.
And we don't want them to.
We don't want them to, right? But if they gonna get to the next level over in that system,
but they're good, evidently.
And that's the thing.
For the most part,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
They're so talented.
Right.
Every now and then you get people to come through that's so talented that they can be whatever they want to be.
Right.
Like Michael Jackson could have bought as many animals and put roller coasters as he wanted to.
Right.
He was Michael Jackson. Right. He was so talented that people overlook the weird parts. You know what I'm saying? You even make, sometimes you can be so great that people even make excuses for you.
And that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
It don't matter he 50 and climbing trees. He wasn't able to be no time. It's Joe's fault. Everybody blame Joe.
I did.
See?
I did.
Good black daddy.
Call that boy ugly and stuff. And sick about older girl on him and stuff.
Well,
you traumatized.
I don't know. That was alleged. That's alleged.
It's not alleged.
Joe made them stack them bricks and dance. He made their ass rehearse all day.
And that ain't all he did.
You ain't no Jacksons without him. That's all I know.
Oh, we supposed to be all right.
Well, again, he did such a great job that sometimes we overlook the weirdness. He did a good job. But I'm just saying, so you get Monique on Club Shay Shay. What did you think about it? You saw the interview. What did you think about it? And what do you think the overall, like, what message did you pull from that?
All right. I think that it was a great conversation. I think it was a great interview. Shannon really did he did do a great job in asking those questions that, like if she'd say, well, they Oprah and Tyler, he was like, they owe me, then he'd be like, why? Well, I mean, dude, maybe they feel like he asked the questions so that she could really think about her answers, and her answers were very intentional. I just think that a lot of the things she was saying was true. They're definitely she's an entertainer. There's definitely some hot sauce on some of it, and that's fine. But for the most part, how endearing she was about her community, her people, Black people, how endearing she was about her husband, how endearing it definitely stood out, and how endearing she was about herself. She was very transparent on speaking about being a traumatized Black woman, fat woman that was in resource center classes, and that had a baby young, was molested by her brother, and she had all these things, and she still said, I wasn't poor. I was a middle class, family. We weren't rich, but we were okay. Right. So it's not like I can say that my environment, as far as it being poverty and things, those didn't lead to that. So I love the transparency of that, because they like to put you in this hole. And I just it was just very genuine for me, as far as how she talked about those things, about the love of Black people. The love of being right. I mean, not right on the right side, meaning right. I'm gonna tell it. I mean, she said, I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm cool with that. And I think that my biggest takeaway is that black man and a black woman unified and together is very dangerous. That's
Right.
what this showed me, is that
Right.
they very
Right.
dangerous. They
Right.
tried every way to tear that man down. Oh, he don't know what he's doing. He messing her up. And she, anytime you see her speaking,
And it's almost like a
her.
default.
Right.
It's almost like a
Right.
default.
And to make her
that-
sound like make it look like she's weak. Oh, why you letting this man run you? You can't speak without him. That's just so divisive.
and it shows that mood of that we have of taking the black man out of the household,
Right.
taking the black man
Right.
out of the leadership
continues,
equation.
yes,
You
it
know what I'm saying?
continues.
And taking the powerful black woman out of leadership, like they can't be together.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
It's either
saying?
one or the
You can
other.
have a powerful black man with a quiet wife,
Right,
or a strong black woman
Mhm.
with no man,
Right.
or a quiet man. And Oprah did the
Right,
Stedman.
right, she did the
Yeah,
Stedman.
Stedman, you know what I'm saying? You can have that, but you can't have the two together working as one.
You
And
gonna
what
be my
now?
Stedman?
Shit, yeah, I'll be your Stedman. Shoot, are you serious? I will shut up. Like, what you want me to shut down? I'll never podcast again. You get some Oprah, buddy. I get some carrier pigeons. Strap them pigeons. Black power, sure, right? And what? How quiet you need me to be, dog? Shoot, I'll be your Stedman all day long. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, what? Are you serious? No. But at the same, but like you say, that dynamic, you know, the disrespect towards a husband and the assumption that he's dumb, the assumption that she's dumb because
when
of
she
that,
being
yeah,
brainwashed,
all those
or
tropes.
she's being controlled and manipulated.
Right. She did a great job articulating how that
Yes.
reflected her childhood
Yes.
criticisms of
Yes.
being a dark,
Mhm.
loud, fat black girl.
Right.
So even in her family, it wasn't gonna be her
It wasn't
to be
gonna-
successful.
no,
You know what
not
I'm
at
saying?
all.
And so now that she's successful, you supposed to be grateful
Right,
that we
to be
even let
ready.
your
That's
dark
it.
skinned
That's it.
heavyweight self in the door.
That's right. So
because
you need to be
we
quiet. You need to be
yeah,
tiptoeing.
because Hollywood don't do that.
You need to be tiptoeing.
Yeah. Somebody they set her down. Tyler probably set her down. Oprah, look around.
Right.
How many dark skinned fat black women you see in
Right.
this room? That's doing their thing.
Two of us.
Yeah.
Because I'm one and you the other, and it ain't your turn yet. Be quiet.
Yeah. But Oprah say, put your arm by mine.
She was darker.
Thank you. Oprah say, I'm big, but I'm caramel. You
Oprah's dark. You've seen them pictures.
Well,
She's from Mississippi.
Yeah, but she ain't Monique dark. She's a little lighter than Monique. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, I'm sure they set her down like, you know,
Right.
this ain't you ought to be happy to be here. And she's like, you know, she just got to one where she's not.
And she
ain't,
made
you know,
that
you
point
gonna
very
treat me
clear,
fair.
and I love that.
like
She
that.
was like, if I looked any other way,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been heard,
Mhm.
because that's what and Shannon asked her at a point, was like, why do you think they listen to Taraji and
Right.
not you?
Right. But here's the thing, though.
What's
and
the
this
thing?
is to Monique and all of them, though.
What?
Because while I agree with things that she said, I don't have a lot of sympathy because that's the game. That's the culture. That's what it's like for everybody in Hollywood. Yeah, there are certain things that's going to be unfair just for black people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's a horrible culture, period.
So you're saying if you decide and you choose to go into that culture, then that's what you get.
That's what come with it.
So you saying that if you think you want something else, or you want to be treated
You got to
fairly.
build it yourself.
That's right.
And that's what stands
thing.
out to me about Cat Williams.
Right.
You can't counsel him because
Right.
he
That's right.
finances his own tours.
That's right.
He owns his
That's
own
right.
shows. He
That's
owns his
right.
own
That's
product.
right.
So you could counsel him in the mainstream,
Mhm.
but he getting that Dolomite money.
Right,
He getting that
right.
Dolomite money over here
Mhm.
doing the independent thing.
Right.
It don't look as big as Kevin
But
Hart,
he-
but he gets a bigger percentage of
Yes,
his
he
work,
does.
and he keeps his autonomy.
That's
He
right.
can do whatever he wants to
Mhm.
do, as opposed to a Kevin Hart who obviously, like, the gatekeepers have been exposed, but they'll tell you there's certain things they can do,
And
certain
then
things they
they
can't
can't
do.
do.
That's why I be like, you ain't really wealthy, you got access
Right,
to wealth.
that part. And I love, because with that, with being able to control and being on the chitlin circuit, as we say, quote unquote, you got your niche audience. We all know that Black people that we raise the demand. We cause things to become popular, and we make it.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
knows I'm
yeah.
gonna go where I'm gonna work. I'm gonna go where these people, and I know they're gonna sell me out
Right.
every time, because this is my audience. That's how Tyler got to where he was.
Right.
By doing the
right.
exact same thing. Created his own lane. We need to just continue with that. And people will say, well, Tyler he's employing Black people, he's doing this, and he's setting up stages in our own, he's honoring us. What more do y'all want him to do?
Yeah, well, you know, the weird thing is how Tyler's giving Monique them advice on how to make it in Hollywood that he didn't follow himself.
No.
He came in independent,
right?
And he's able to do what he's able to do because he created a product that he owns, that doesn't cost a lot to produce, but brings in a lot of dividends, brings in a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want no competition, evidently,
because I don't see him. Yeah, it can't be more than you, Tyler. It's gonna be the either or. So you better keep it to the minimum.
Well, yeah, or you know. Yeah, that could be
keep
it,
them,
right?
Keep them under you.
Right. Keep them under you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like this question. Do you think people know that before they decide on career in entertainment? Do they know how corporate going? You know what? I do think that there are people who are naive, and don't realize that Hollywood reflects Popeyes. Just like she was the best thing at Popeyes, but probably got treated different because she was big and dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? I think that we're naive in thinking that fame is going to cure that.
Change that,
just like we think money is going to cure racism. Fame is going to cure racism. And we go into systems thinking we're going to change them. We're gonna kick. I'm gonna kick down the door, and after me, there's gonna be 10 more just like me.
Because we think we're the magical Negro too.
What they put us in that. Well, we're manipulated into that.
I know.
We think that Jackie Robinson integrated baseball. We think that Red Fox and Richard Pryor made it possible for Kevin Hart. See, that's how they teach that. You know, that's how
they got their great start to where they even could be even recognized by those folks and put on their radar from Black community. And we should have made it where they can just rise up within our community, continue on with if you want an Oscar to be made, okay, let's go go get Oscar Michaud and let's go build our own thing.
Oscar's really named
you know,
that's me. The only Oscar I recognize is Oscar Michaud. You know, but most of us don't know who that is. Build our own community, our own movie community. Go get, that like
way
in the beginning.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you want your sports, you want to have your top dollar sports, you already had it with the Negro League of baseball. You have that. That's why they were happy and eager to integrate, because we want to disrupt what y'all got. Y'all were tearing us up and y'all was making money.
Yeah, and they want something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and we'll trade in ownership for inclusion. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this: if me and you, for example, we have the Uhuru Academy, right? And we're still struggling to build our school and that sort of thing. And it's still a grind. It's a grind. We got a great thing. When we get popular and when we get 300, 400 students, we're in demand. Somebody's gonna knock on the door.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting on it. I have the conversation in my head every day.
But wait a minute. Somebody's gonna knock on the door though. That's gonna be like, it's gonna be somebody European that wants to co-op. That wants to co-op what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna offer us a bigger check than what we could possibly earn. They can afford, there are education institutions out there that can afford to offer us more money than we've ever seen just to kill what we built.
That's right. Jay-Z does it all the time.
Yeah, well, a lot of the gatekeepers are the black faces that's representing the white people behind the scenes. Exactly.
He jumped on Kaepernick, the boat to get the black folks, and then he got up in there and got percentage of the NFL and got on that. I don't care nothing. He ain't saying nothing else.
How to sell the Negro.
Come on.
Right? How to sell the Negro. You know what I'm saying? So black people to come in and say, no, let me show you how to calm. Jay-Z slid in and say, let me show you how to calm black people down.
Right.
Let me show you how to calm them down. You save face by you doing this over here, you know, and then put me in charge, put Rock Nation in charge of the Super Bowl. We're gonna start having more black acts at the Super. So he came in and turned it into a dollar. He played capitalism.
Yes, he did.
But that's a capitalist, that's the capitalist culture.
So does it make that? So what does that mean? Does it make it right?
No. It makes it culture.
It makes it culture.
It's right for those who believe in that culture.
And so those of us who don't believe in that culture, we need to understand that that is what can happen, but that you have to hold people accountable that you uphold. If I'm going to
There's
support
only one way to do it.
You have to, and that's what I'm saying, but you have to hold them accountable. And that's by pulling your money and taking it somewhere else.
Right. That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it.
Oh, you ain't doing? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. That's the only way to do it. But if you have a people who have been mass miseducated, you know what I'm saying, into thinking that that's not a Hollywood, that's the Hollywood. That's not a music industry, that's the music industry. You know what I'm saying? That's not an award. The Oscar is the award. The Grammy is the award.
Are you talking about proper the when it's, you know,
because the is the well, I'm just making a point.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm pointing out that I see your point. That you
because I said the because I said the y'all wouldn't die. It wouldn't have been the same emphasis.
Because
right now the meaning belong to them. The belongs to us. All right, the hood.
Right.
That's our stuff. The hood. Now the you know what I'm saying? Because like the Grammys, for example, and shout out to Killer Mike. I love the album Michael. I listened to it often this year. I thought it was a great piece of art. Absolutely. I congratulate him. He won 3 Grammys. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
He won 3 Grammys the other night. Rap album of the year, rap performance of the year, song of the year, I believe. But so he took home 3. He swept the hip hop category.
Right.
Now, of course, the hip hop categories are not televised.
Right.
So,
of course.
Yeah. So that part's still taped, but he swept the hip hop categories. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of seen as the epitome of music awards. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird to me, you know, because the Grammys are so anti-hip hop and always have been.
Always have been.
It's a prime example of just jumping on something because it's popular, but hating it at the same time.
Right.
The Grammys hate hip hop, just like the Oscars hate black acting.
Right.
Yeah. Why are you pointing at that?
Oh, you did that.
Yes, that was yeah. Just like the Oscars hates black actors and black acting. The Oscars hate black movies. Name an all black movie that's ever been really nominated for something in the Oscars. We've had some serious black dramas. It's quiet in the motherfucker.
Training Day.
Training Day wasn't a black movie. Black. That was a movie with black people in. Almost black. There you go. You had that Ethan Hawke. You had
almost black. Yeah. But look at the picture that it depicted anyway.
Right.
Got an Oscar for it. So yeah.
Right. Spike Lee, bless his heart, tried hard. He put so much art in it. Wake up! I mean, he worked hard. He put so much art in the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Some good movies.
He had some great movies. He had some great movies. But Hollywood don't like them movies.
No. And that again, like you said, that's why you create your lane. You create when you know that your people are the measurement of a lot of trends and things like that. You take advantage of that, knowing that I have buying power. I have some political. I have political power because of the buying power. Let's do something with that. It should have been instead of boycotting the Oscars as a way of saying until you have some of us on, we ain't gonna watch it. No, I'm not watching it because I'm over here finna get my own. And I guess what people would say, BET would
most
be the
black
answer.
people, a lot of black people. I know when I was growing up, we didn't watch the Oscars anyway.
Oh no, we did. Oh no, it was too white.
We didn't really watch. And if you did watch, you turn it on there. Then you turn it off.
Right, because it's like I might see somebody.
Because you're going to turn over there, some cracker going to be doing opera. Nominated Julie Shanshan for The Pianist. A lovely film. And, you know, it just really captured. Yeah, everybody into that shit. Same with the Grammys. You just try to wait for the black parts on the Grammys. You never watch the whole. No one watches the whole Grammy.
Train Awards, NAACP Awards. The BET Awards.
Right. But those awards are struggling.
Yeah, you're right. because we don't value those. We don't put the value as Black people. Now that's something that when people, the statement they make, oh, don't stop blaming white folks for that. That's one thing. We no longer don't need to be trying to blame them for that,
right?
Because we know what happens. Let's drive it over there. We know what to fix it. We know how great of a buying power we have as Black people. We have,
but do we know? We know we can spend, but do we know we can build? Do we know we can develop?
Our confidence is not there.
You know, and the thing is a lot of us would rather dream of the mansion, right, than live collectively and live in the nice home.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
But it was by design,
right,
to create that individualistic mentality.
That's the culture.
That's the culture.
That's culture. And that's a Eurocentric culture. Right. That's built in European culture. Everything that European people have done to us, they've done to and do to each other.
Absolutely.
You know, Harvey Weinstein ain't in the penitentiary because he was just making Black actresses and actors give him stuff.
The other one either he ain't dead because he was doing something wrong. He felt so guilty about it. No.
Oh yeah. You know, Epstein. That's Epstein. But I'm speaking to the entertainment business. I'm just speaking in terms of that. But it's the same thing. He was messing with white people. So the things that they do, and it's a cultural thing.
Right.
You know, is what I'm saying. And a lot of us, when we get, it happens in the NBA. I remember when Allen Iverson, you know what I'm saying, was kept it hood and had the cornrow and all that. The NBA changed the rules and made them start wearing suits because Allen Iverson was bringing urban hip hop, Black working class culture. See, people want to call it ghetto, want to call it hood. It's really just Black working class culture into their workplace, into their business. We don't want that. Right. And for a minute, none of them could have cornrows. Now all of them got braids. You know what I'm saying? But for a minute, you know, they did that. It's like they want you, they don't want your culture.
Right.
They want Black. They do want aspects of Black culture, but they want to pick and choose what they want. They want to make money off of it, and they don't want you to come with it.
So could you say that with the statement that Talisha has made, that the issue that she had with MLK is why to integrate when we could educate and create our own? That was the atmosphere as well during that time. Was like we just we just want to be accepted. Let us just be.
We
just want to live. Right?
That's it. We want to survive. Because my mom, who lived during segregation in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, she said we did not want to go to school with white kids. We liked being in the balcony in the movies because we could dump popcorn on their head. And we didn't want to go to the fair the same day. Yeah, and she said because it wasn't safe.
No.
So no, it wasn't about being accepted. It was about being left alone to do what it is that you want to do. There were Black towns that were built and burned down. You know, there were Black businesses built that, you know, and in fairness to Dr. King, right? Later on in his career, he realized that. Before I say later on in his career, but before he was assassinated way too early and taken from us, you know, he was quoted saying, "I believe we're integrating into a burning house." And Dr. King wasn't fighting for water fountains. He was out there trying to fight for contracts for Black-owned businesses. He was trying to make sure Black-owned banks was getting the insurance that the other banks was getting. He was fighting against redlining and all that kind of stuff later on, because integration wasn't about taking our kids out of the Black school and put them into the white school. The integration was about integrating the resources that go to the white school, the same resources integrate into the Black school.
That's what the white people were thinking about. They integrated the resource. We want you to come over to us because that's going to give us more money. Come spend your money in my store. So sure, I'm going to act like I want you to be in my store. Come on.
Yeah, come on in. You're going to pay. And they had to realize that. They had to get over their petty prejudices because they underestimated the amount of money Black people were willing to spend.
That's right.
They underestimated that. If you let these people come in here, we market it as a victory and we'll get their dollars for generations to come. And the European Jewish community concocted that plan, convinced, you know, their white brothers and sisters and cousins. And here we are today.
Here we are today.
Like she said, she brought a Black Panther. Yeah, that movie was very popular. White-owned movie. Not a Black. That's a white movie with Black people in it. Just like the comic book is a white comic with Black characters. Black comic book companies can't even get off the ground because Marvel and DC block them. You know what I'm saying?
Because we got Black Sands Entertainment is definitely
Black
one.
Sands Entertainment. There's been others. Brother Man Comics back in the day. You remember that cartoon Static Shock?
Yes.
Static Shock was actually created by a Black-owned comic book company that got bought out by DC.
Wow.
When DC Comics bought them out, gave them all jobs, dissolved their company, and just absorbed their comics into their ecosystem, and then killed all of them except Static.
That's what they do.
Yeah. And so Hollywood is the same thing.
Right.
You know, and so it was refreshing to see my favorite part of Monique's video or interview was about the 13-minute mark when he asked her what kind of student she was in school. And she said it just didn't make sense to me. We can talk about the Boston Tea Party, but my people in the bottom of the boat.
At the bottom of
I didn't see nobody like me. So it just didn't resonate with me. I didn't get school.
Right.
You know, and she's not alone.
No.
You know, she's not alone. No. A lot of powerful, strong-willed, intelligent Black children can't get school.
Right.
Because the story ain't relevant.
Right.
You know, and so I love when I'm going to take that slice and make it a Uhuru Academy commercial.
We better.
You know what I'm saying? So we get caught up in these conflicts. And it's refreshing to me. I ain't even lie. It's refreshing to me to see the conflicts play out because it gives you a platform to show you what it's really about in that business. Right. And I like that two independent-minded Black artists are doing it because then they can turn around and say, boom, here's my product. Y'all come support this.
That's right.
You know, I imagine Tyler and Oprah get some calls from some rich white people. You said you had them under control.
Right.
What's going on? Tyler, if you can't get them under control, we got a whole folder on you. Kevin, why are you so quiet?
Right.
I don't know, boss. They just going crazy.
What?
They just going crazy. I don't know what to do with these. I just don't know, boss. I wonder who they blaming.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
Cause Monique is supposed to be Taraji's show wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Well, that was that. They just knew. They just Oprah just knew I got all these girls and they worship me. It's gonna be. And Taraji was like, I can't continue. I mean, what?
I'm just saying, I can imagine it was a brother on the head man on the plantation back in the day. You know, your job. Matter of fact, it was Nat Turner's job before we turned to a revolutionary. Your job is to preach, pacify the slaves, gatekeep them, keep them happy, make know they're gonna go to heaven when they die. And you get to sit next to me, and they get the hope to be you one day.
Right.
If you plays your cards right, Master say you can work in the house. I'd have been one. You play your cards right, man. Let me hear your voice. Say, hey, Clementine. Good job. One day you have to keep your nose clean. Now, one day you could drive a buggy too. I look up to you. I mean, you just, Mr. I mean, you get to drive the buggy every day.
Would not be Mr. I mean, stop yourself.
Gotcha. I'll be a mister to y'all. Oh, you get the field, y'all the field niggas, y'all gonna call me mister. Now, Master gonna call me whatever,
right?
Monkey, whatever. He gonna call me whatever. But y'all gonna call me Mr. Monkey. If Master call me Monkey, y'all gonna call me Mr. Monkey. I'll be Steven O. Django.
Okay.
And y'all, but I know though that my ass will be on the line if the field hands got out of line. I only put you in that position, Monkey, because you can keep them under control. And if you can't keep them under control, maybe I'll get somebody else to do.
But you're not going to be keeping them under control for that solely. You're going to be doing it strategically so that you can make them think you're doing a great job, and so that you can continue doing whatever the divisiveness or the poison is that you're going to do inside the house.
Yeah, that would be me. Strategy. Yes, but I don't think that's Oprah strategy.
Oh, hell no, not at all.
I'm not sure if that's today's gatekeeper strategy. I don't know if they're having meetings behind the scenes saying, y'all don't understand. We're about to take over the whole shit. If y'all just calm down. I don't know if that's what's going on
so
behind
you think Tyler may be saying that?
I don't know. I wouldn't guess that at all. I'd be very shocked with a man who worked dress up in a dress for his main character and was able to build this much.
But what you say, okay, I'm dead at here. Why do you criticize and say that he could not be
a revolutionary?
Yes, because you say that if the person that you're mostly around who raised you is going to directly influence you. His grandmother, his aunties raised
And a whole
him.
bunch of raised by a grandma.
His auntie and his grandma raised
Look,
him, and he
I'm
was
gonna put it
more
like
in
this.
tuned with his feminine side.
That's
And
fine.
he took those feminine characteristics and those things he learned that way. So what's wrong that he's emulating his
I don't know.
grandmother and that it's like he's honoring them and saying that these are the lessons I've learned from you.
Look, I don't care about him in the dress. He's in the dress. Put it this way: if Tyler Perry's revolutionary, this is the best undercover job I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, but he's got the Tyler Perry Studios.
That's not necessarily revolutionary.
He's employing probably 99% Black people.
The Waltons hate Black people. They employ a lot of Black people. A lot of Black people work at Walmart too.
He pays them more than what the industry is going to pay them.
Not according to Taraji.
Got me.
Not according. I
thought he did when she did Acrimony with him. Did
yeah,
she? When did
yeah. Because you know what?
He did
a great pacifying job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she got nominated for I think, did she win for Benjamin Button or nominated?
Yep.
Did she win?
She won.
She won, and her career supposed to go here. When it didn't go there,
she got the same story as Monique. It did not go.
When it didn't go there, he said, "Well, come on over here. I'm gonna give you $500,000." But that was to keep her
quiet,
keep her here.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Who was he helping when he did that? Yeah, he helped her, but who else did he help when he did that?
And when she said, "Don't get it twisted. I might get $1 million or 500,000, but I got my own team to feed, and the state, the government's gonna take theirs out even before I get to pay my team."
Yeah.
So by the time it got down to her, it was probably like a little $150,000.
She was my time. You know what? I'm just gonna start my own. He said, "Girl, I got you. Come over. I'll give you $500,000 for a movie to keep her from."
And shut it down.
And shut it down. Now she's speaking up in the midst of the Color Purple promo.
Because she did not expect to get treated the way she got treated because of her what she thought that she had arrived. These are the accomplishments that I've had. There's no way that as an Oscar nominee and an Oscar winner
don't mean nothing to Black actors
and these movies,
actresses.
all these, I've been the it girl in all these movies. Think like a lady, act like a man, da 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 da. Why am I not? Why?
Because Steven Spielberg
and it's Oprah. Okay. It's the Color Purple. She got me. They said I was handpicked, even though they turned around and had me audition. And that's what Monique said. That's where they messed up. You devalue yourself when you went in an audition. They figured that, oh, you feel like I gotta please them or show them that I can do this. When they already told you you could do this. Demand your shit. And they didn't. You got to know your worth, and you have to walk and demand your worth. You have to show
you can't demand your worth if you're not in ownership or connected to ownership.
Well, I'm outie. I'm outie 5,000.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when we out, then what?
Right, because then that a lot they have the again financial power to be able to shut that shit down for you, to whiteball you, and cause you to not be able to work. So,
when General Granger pulled up in Galveston, pulled up in Texas, and for the to tell everybody that they was free,
right?
Everybody celebrated. We free. This was some bullshit. Flavors, crap. We free. We free. Then when they calmed down, they said, "Where we going? What we finna do? We haven't been trained to do anything else. Now we got all the skills in the world, but we have never done it for ourselves. We never done it for ourselves. And Masters already told us, you don't want this burden."
And then I also believe, and you're right, they were absolutely right, even though they do, because they were doing it. There was nothing extra that the master was doing that they weren't. They was
doing all the work. But
anyway.
It's different when the house is yours.
Right. Ooh, that's why a lot of us fear ownership.
We fear ownership. We fear institutional ownership. And I think a lot of those who get into and I think a lot of those who get into the upper echelon amongst those people, they see how vicious they really are, and they come away more afraid than before, because they sat next to them, to the white executive or whatever, the men, the old white men who run the studios, and they've watched them destroy others and not bat an eye. They've been to parties where they had people on all fours. You might be looking at a top white actor, actress, thinking that that's just a dignified such and such and such and such. But they might be at the Hollywood party on a leash, sitting down on the floor naked.
Excuse me.
I'm just no, because they're nothing in the eyes of the executives. They're only something to you. All they are to the executives are commodities to make money with.
Okay,
that's it.
Didn't you were watching? This is random, man. I mean, he wasn't doing it for any studies. We weren't going to teach students anything the next week or this week. You're watching a documentary about the start of Hollywood with the Jews.
Oh my God, I forget the name of it. I should have brought that up. But it basically, Hollywood was started by some European Jews and from, I believe they were from Poland, some brothers, all of them, and they were in a situation similar to what they're going through in Gaza right now, with their villages being bombed, things like that. So they immigrated, like thousands of them immigrated to America. You know what I'm saying? And so those who started Hollywood, they came here and they embraced that capitalism, because Western capitalism, I think Jewish people created it because they the best at it. Okay, and they basically used underground. They was down with the the mob and all that. They did what they had to do. They came out and they developed Hollywood, but they developed it for the express purpose of making money, and it didn't matter who they had to exploit to do it. And one of their favorite audiences to deal with was Black people, because Black people are easier to exploit. And it's almost like a weird partnership, because a lot of the early blues songs, like and jazz songs like Strange Fruit, things like that, a lot of those early songs were written by Jewish people, and they were Jewish minded songs from what they suffered, but they liked hearing it coming from Black voices.
Because we got soul. What you mean they like? You don't know, for some strange reason. We are the life of this place. We are that energy. So of course, like Stephanie Mills said, they want your energy, they want your soul and that power, but they don't want it from you.
Well, one of the things I took from it was the Jewish-Black partnership has always been very weird and strange in America, especially when it comes to entertainment and culture. And I think that one of the criticisms that they would have of us would be, even when we show you the game, culturally, y'all don't have the heart to play this.
Can't do it.
You're not vicious enough. You're not. We're not going to set something up collectively as Black people and treat all women as property and destroy. We're not going to destroy each other and destroy things. That's just not in our culture to be that cutthroat.
Well, what also, since you're bringing up strange relationships, well, what also perhaps, like, because you said that a lot of the songs are written and it may be written from the Jewish perspective because of things they want to say about the treatment that happened to them. Well, what if it is so-called that they do have this love hate? They want to. It's kind of like a serial killer, wants to have the wants to come, they revisit the crime scene. They want to be a part of it. They want to be helpful, and they want to be a part because it's all about them, how they feel about them getting some sort of not revenge, but some kind of justice, you know what I'm saying, for themselves. By working with them, but you're still exploiting these people.
Some of it is that you have certain Aryan groups, white European groups, that won't do business with them. Right. And so there are certain type of businesses that they're allowed to go into, and anything exploiting us is allowed. But it's also, too, even those who like you still believe in your inferiority. Right. Yeah, so it's like I cannot hate you, but still believe that you're an inferior human being. Therefore, I'm gonna subscribe this for you. This is where I make money. I give you a little bit, but you're so simple, you don't need wealth. See, if I think you're simple and childlike, I'm not going to trust you with wealth. We can't let you in this room. Kanye, you can't come in here with the big whites. You can't sit in here with us, Kanye. No, you're a man of African descent. You're not. That's their belief system.
Well, so are some of the gatekeepers
get out there, jump around, make a beat, and design some shoes? Quit trying to get into distribution. No.
Well, what about those who do get in there? So are they the exception? Are they the ones? Are they cooning, or are they betraying, or are they just really
Name one.
People who are
when you find most independent wealthy black people that you find have a Jewish or white partner?
Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, he got white partners.
Russell Simmons.
Oh, he absolutely had white partners.
I mean, Kanye,
he fell out with his white partners, and now he's the biggest anti-Semite in the world.
So
He's the new Hitler, as far as they're trying to paint him.
Oprah.
Oh yeah, Oprah. Yes, Oprah has white partners.
What white partner?
It was a white man that put her on. That she absolutely.
Tyler Perry.
I'm sure he does, but I don't know who. He's a little bit more independent than the rest, at least on the surface. But he obviously kowtows to Hollywood because unless those are just it, or he just might be Steven from Django or this secret revolutionary you think he might be, or he may just really.
I'm thinking that definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So from what we've seen on the surface,
take all this shit and he believes it, and so he just
there it is. There it is. You know what I'm saying? That there's a line.
Independent, but
because because if you are independent and they got a folder on you,
right,
then you gonna like Bill Cosby,
right,
they had a folder on Bill,
right,
like who sat on 52 rapes,
right,
who sat on that,
right,
somebody had to sit on that for decades and then open that up,
and open that shit up, and man, and sick them folks on him,
put him in jail when he was 80 plus.
That's such the disrespect.
Put him right in that penitentiary.
Humiliating.
Put him right
in there. You
wait
that long and you humiliate this man like that?
Right in there.
Come on now.
So what makes Tyler think his story gonna end clean?
Right.
What
absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? No, Oprah does hit pieces on behalf of the industry.
Yeah,
right? Right. Yeah, because it don't be about everything is capitalism, right? Michael Jackson died. Michael Jackson's catalog is worth. Boom, they mad that he owned the Beatles, all that kind of stuff. So her job was to crucify Michael Jackson as soon as he died. Bring up the child molestation thing. And I'm not saying he did or didn't do it, but I'm saying how the business is being done. You know what I'm saying? People want that catalog. They want to go after the family. So you discredit the family because of that intellectual property. These people are in the intellectual property business. Monique is in the intellectual property business. So when she's talking about you're gonna pay me when we go through the promos and all that, they said no, you're infringing upon the we don't want you having any inkling to think that you own your name and likeness. That and what she did was take control of her name and likeness, and that's what they didn't like about it. Yeah. Open them job. What are you doing?
Because I was just trying to see what else we had going on.
Okay, well then just change the subject. You have to just
Why that bother you? Because I touched your phone?
No, it's like you're doing something and not engaged in the conversation.
I've been engaged for a whole hour.
We're trying to do stuff. But anyway, so I don't know, y'all. It's interesting. Our culture and fame in this country don't mix.
Right.
You know, to you bringing your homies. To them, you're bringing an entourage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, what else you want to talk about?
I expected to see more right there. We had talked about we were going to talk about more stuff.
Oh, you didn't bring nothing?
I think you
didn't bring nothing. You didn't bring nothing with you?
I mean, what happened to stuff? I thought we was talking about, what was it? I mean, the Grammys.
You covered quite a bit.
I mean, it was a lot of we went in and out of the Monique thing because it seemed like we was talking a lot about them.
Okay, well, what you got?
I don't remember now. You got to put me on the spot.
Yeah. But anyway, what y'all think, man? What y'all think, you know what I'm saying, about everything that's going on? I definitely want to hear some feedback, from somebody, Hello, you've given plenty of feedback. You've done a great job. You know what I'm saying? But that was my point about
I don't think you ever went with Killer Mike. You never, because he was being here's the thing that tripped out with Killer Mike. Here's the thing about Killer. Yeah, a lot with Killer Mike. Okay, here, check this irony out, right? Okay. So Killer Mike wins 3 Grammys. Mm-hmm. He gets into it with a white, from what I read, a white female security guard felt he was being too aggressive towards her. And they arrested him and escorted him out of the Grammys in handcuffs. That's ridiculous. How you gonna reward him and then you that's some BS.
Now I'm mad at Killer Mike right now.
He wasn't being aggressive.
I'm mad at Killer Mike a little bit right now.
Why?
For 2 things. One, when he won his Grammys, he did the Cuba Gooding Jr. shit. Oh, it's so sweet. You can't tell me you too old. You can't tell me you. We're so sweet, y'all. And he was jumping them feet. And boy, if you don't quit tap dancing on that goddamn stage for them, he did that. Then after they arrested him, and they got a statement from him, he was such a pacifist. You know, I'm just too blessed to even worry about that. And I just thank God that, you know, we got the Grammy and we just got to do grandbaby.
He didn't speak out on it.
I'm still waiting.
See,
I'm still waiting. I'm like, oh, he finna run for mayor of Atlanta. He done got them Grammys.
Right.
He finna run for something. He finna
because
run for something.
I really was like, I was like sad for him because
and Killer, I love you, man. I could be wrong, but give me some perspective. But I'm just saying.
Because our people talk bad about him, and I was really trying to take up for it. I'm like, we just gotta. It's a good album. It shows the multiplicity of Black folks. Period.
Babe, he won 3 Grammys. They say he just bumped into the security officer. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't nothing. And they say, bring your black ass on. They put him in handcuffs and walked him through with the cameras on him.
That's
like as if he
really did something.
Oh man, look.
That's
humiliating him after 3 Grammys. No wonder they don't televise none of your wins.
Thank you.
Then they march you out in handcuffs.
I mean, well, that brings. Lachelle Carell says, shout out UAC International.
Shay? What's up, Shay Shay?
Do Black folks need their own Grammy Awards?
We already have them. We had the Soul Train Awards.
I mean, why we can't continue to have our own?
Yeah, we do. We don't support it.
But when she said, do we need, you said we already have, what does that got to do? What does the two have to do with each other?
Well, because sometimes as Black people, we say we need our own something that we've already created. We just ain't supporting.
Oh, correct.
Right? The people, you know how many times I heard people say we need our own schools.
Right. Right here. Hey, guys.
Hey, donate to the Academy. Click left. Swipe. Shit, I just say we need one. I ain't say I'm gonna support one. I just said we need
it sounded cool.
It sounded cool when I said. They'll say I'm right there in the comments. But we have one and it's online. Anybody go? Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I said, oh, y'all online now. Mine won't be around people. Oh, I know one that's around the corner from you. Right. Oh, do they got a magnet program? Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. No, they don't, cause you won't support them. No, they ain't got no damn magnet program. They ain't got no band.
The whole school is a magnet program.
Whole school magnet program. But no, they ain't got no band because you won't donate. You got won't do anyway. But yeah, so we have it. We get this cognitive dissonance sometimes where we say, man, we just need to do that for ourselves. And then little dude in the corner, I've been doing this for 30 years. Y'all keep fucking ignoring me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it's so yeah, we do have our own awards. Thank God for Black folks in the 70s. Who said we're going to have our own Soul Train, we're going to have our NAACP Image Awards. We've had our own awards, and they were much bigger when we were younger than they are now. And what integration does, baby, it destroys Black institutions.
All the time. Mm-hmm. All the time. Because then it's like, oh, this is better. Let me go over here. They letting us in, y'all. Let's go.
Yep.
But that's one thing that Monique also said when she was talking, because Shannon asked her, what did it feel like? You know, did you feel better with the Oscars? And she was like, no, I mean, I wasn't expecting, didn't care about it, but what I did enjoy and what got me all googly and
Soul Train
was the Soul Train,
the NAACP
award.
Even though NAACP ain't really a Black organization,
but that was a
but that's more us than
it was a great accreditation from the Black community, because she's like, that was from my people. They accepted me. I'm doing good, and my people say, yeah, I'm gonna give her.
Because one thing about winning a Grammy.
Right.
We didn't pick that.
No.
We didn't choose you.
No.
So when you win a Grammy for Black music, know that Black people did not make that decision.
No.
So even though Killer Mikey won those Grammys, that's white people accepting, white institution accepting your music. But they didn't accept you because they marched your ass out in handcuffs for bumping into a security guard.
How long must we run after this?
That pissed me off. And he ain't mad. I'm so mad that he ain't mad. I don't understand. This dude did whole Netflix documentaries talking about what's wrong with America. This dude, he mad on the album.
Right.
He talk all kind of shit. He's so pro-black on that album.
Yes, he is.
And he got on there and got the shucking and jiving when he got that thing. Oh, he's so sweet. Good. And then if you look at then they on the news. And they walking around. He doing this while they walking around. This ain't no big deal. It is a big deal.
It's fucking embarrassing.
It's a huge deal.
They just took away the
like
energy.
Discovery said on Instagram, it was a ritual.
Right.
It was a huge deal that you won 3 Grammys, and for a very non-serious offense, you got marched through the building.
Remember,
you got lynched at the Grammys.
Last thing that they remember about Killer Mike.
Well,
I'm just saying they tried to tarnish and overturn what he.
But they already tarnished it because they ain't put on TV.
That too. I'm just saying.
You know what they did? Yeah, but they showed the districts like you're nothing to us.
That part's worthy of getting on television.
That's been played more than the shuck and jive speech. All I've seen is the shuck and jive. Yeah, sweet y'all. Him hopping like that, and then him getting walked out in handcuffs. And the irony.
They laugh at our asses.
I know he's sitting back. I know he had to have this thought. But wait a minute. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock in front of everybody and finished the night.
Sat there
at the Oscars and got an award and got to do his acceptance speech after physically assaulting someone.
Everybody had to pretend it didn't happen. He got everybody was just look another way. Let's continue on. Yeah. What was that about?
Chris Rock too black. He too dark skinned. Now if that had been Brad Pitt, they'd have marched him out of that motherfucker.
Attack on the
Will was gone.
Yes.
So what are they saying? I'm telling you, man. So what they saying to Chris Rock? You know what I'm saying? That Will finished the night.
Right. Yeah.
Killer Mike got into it with an anonymous security guard and got walked out in handcuffs.
But that's what I'm saying. That image.
But then he came back next day. I'm just too blasted. And then he released another statement down like, "Oh, here he come. Oh no, I'm not. You're not worrying about that, and we're just gonna move and
he's been accepted. He good now. He not gonna say nothing.
Somebody told me, man, you in.
Right.
Them Democrats and got a hold to him. You could be governor of Atlanta.
Yep.
You could be mayor of Atlanta. Yeah. You because he had his veneers in on the thing. Man, they might got killed. I don't know. Michael might have just been his last little gift to us before he gone. Yeah. Michael might have been his last little gift to us, man. I was just like, what's going on? So that was the irony that I got from that.
And speak while we still in entertainment. We ain't talked about the hood entertainment.
Tubi?
No. Now go put
that out there. You
better not even advertise it. Dude.
That's an independent black production.
Stop it. It doesn't matter. The content.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
definitely for adults
the
only.
silly beef that Nikki has with Meg the Stallion. And it's the light skin against the dark skin there.
It's
too.
So fake.
With her, yeah.
I think, I'm not convinced about that.
She's coked out. I think she done went.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. A lot of times,
it was a drug maneuver.
You know what they said? Cat was coked out. A lot of times, a lot of times when everybody's screaming. A lot of times when everybody's screaming, well, Cat wasn't for a little while, but that we knew of. Like when Cat was wrestling with that little boy, you thought he was on dope too. And shit. Now let's keep it a stack now. Now, keep that.
Cat, wait, we about to see you go, and we're gonna be in the house. Call us up. Now we just can't.
Cat, he know. For a minute we was not believing him.
You did say you good at house side. I hope you can handle it because we'll be on the
When Cat was wrestling that little boy playing throw up tackle, everybody's like, "Boy, he gone."
Yeah, I did say.
So you gotta watch it.
I mean, I almost said it when he was talking about how fast he can run a 420 at this time, and next video the next day showed him this little short body running down.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That was almost drug.
Almost, but he running a 40-yard dash in the basketball court. He did, but hey, I can't say that because last time I sprinted, I pulled my hamstring. I can't judge him. I can't judge him. Shit. I did. I pulled up lame racing my son. Yeah. I tried to play it off, but I couldn't. Sometimes I just can't play it off. You good? You got me. I was in pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, with Nikki and
So you think
Meg,
it's fake?
I think there. It's tough because I hate the music business. Like I love music. I hate the music business. If there's a business that's more vicious and exploitive than acting, than Hollywood, it's the music industry.
Right.
The music industry is fucking heartless.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm seeing are just two pieces of property arguing over who the best slave. That's all I see.
Yeah.
I that's all I see when I see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I see two pieces of property that media and folks are sitting back saying, yeah, y'all go ahead and go at it. This is gonna sell records. This is gonna do that. Nobody's gonna get anything from it. Y'all gonna get y'all crumbs, because that's all they get is crumbs compared to what comes in. They rewarded Meg, Rock Nation,
with the distribution,
with the old
deal.
distribution. She gets to own her masters, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be interesting to see where her career goes from here. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna shut her down.
It'll be like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Well, my thing is, she looks like the type of artist that has to have a lot of people around her to take care of her business, especially if she really drank Hennessy with a straw.
Why? That is such a judgment. Why?
What? I ain't met. Okay, my chances are, let's just say mathematically, chances are, if you drink Hennessy like that with no cut in it, you don't spend a whole lot of time reading contracts.
They say that
you miss a lot of meetings if that's your lifestyle. You miss a lot of meetings.
A lot of Atlanta folks drink Hennessy like real tough.
A lot of what?
Atlanta people.
But she ain't what they got. And a lot of Atlanta people don't know shit about finances too. You know, so my thing is, I'm looking at that. If she's the type of artist that has to be protected and taken care of because she's partying a lot, and that somebody else is taking care of her business.
But who say that's what she's doing? That's a rumor that she drinks Hennessy with a straw.
Until she got on the video. Maybe she was just making fun, but that's kind of until she made the post where she was literally drinking Hennessy from the straw. You know, and she's known as a party girl. She doesn't deny that. You know, she doesn't deny she don't deny that she lives hard. You know, that she parties hard and all that kind of thing. So somebody's handling business for her. But again, I bet if you go sniffing, you're gonna find a white partner.
Yeah, you're gonna find it. Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, we'll see what those masters will even be worth. And which song is this her music going forward, or all her masters from the back? You know what I'm saying? So both. So we'll see. But what we see with a lot of artists, when they don't have personal discipline, it does not end well. It does not end well. They do not end. You know, and by the time they try to sober up, it's too late. And I worry about female rappers in the sense that, especially female rappers who bank a lot on their looks, because you ain't gonna look like that for the rest of your life.
I don't even think for me it's that. It's the
okay. Look at
it's no that ain't because she didn't age well. That's because she decided and believed in the images that were being displayed.
Yeah, that's what. I know that's what made her right for the picking. But that's what made her right for the picking. But the pressure was, I have to continue to be Little Kim. I can't be a 40-year-old who's had life experiences looking natural, just being me, and still come out and put out a hit. I have to be the sex vixen because I'm there. I'm typecast there. I'm stuck there. And yes, you're right. The self-esteem is the lack of self-esteem is what makes you susceptible to that.
But who looks at Lil' Kim and says that's sexy?
Nobody now. But,
I mean, like, what?
No, but she doesn't see that. Like, do you see that she has to maintain an image?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Women like her and women like her, I'm just be like, the people around them are BS. Y'all bullshit. Y'all not nothing. Because who goes around and say, man, you look good. You look good. Knowing that
somebody's gonna eat. Somebody who's gonna eat, because she can still tour. She can still do certain shows. She can still, you know, that. But where is the setup for what kind of artist you're gonna be 20 years from now? See, when you move away from your art and your body becomes your art, what happens when your body is no longer that body? And if you're drinking Hennessy from a straw, ain't no surgery gonna hide what might come, you know, down the line. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You got to be aware. You have to you got the Nicki Minaj coming out saying she regret getting all that work done. You know why? The Cardi B, I regret getting the work done. You know why? That shit's starting to hurt. Your body's getting older. You can't tour like you used to. You can't do shows all night. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I agree with that. I agree that it's okay to wear costumes at some point, but a new ass ain't a costume. You gotta live with them things. Your new titties ain't a costume. You gotta live with that stuff, and that stuff comes with can come with complications on down the road. And my worry with Black female artists that rely on sex appeal: are you setting yourself up for down the road? Missy Elliott can come and do any song she wants to.
She showed it. I mean, she shows it. She just did yeah, she can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why? Because it's about the song.
It's about the song. Yeah.
It's about the song.
Yeah. I don't think it's not a lot coming out now that can really, I can say that I could see them being around 5 to 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of artists.
They're being recycled.
Right.
You know,
right.
And so now Lotto, Big Lotto, and Big Lotto and Ice Spice, they're following the beef. They're following the beef trend because they have nothing else to stand out with.
Right.
Because a new one is popping up every day.
Man, that's sad.
They popping up every day. Sad. So you have nothing to garner any attention. You know, and so that's why we have to control our own industry, because they don't have a all black thing to fall back on.
But in order to have our own industry, we got to educate more, because that's obvious. If people don't know and don't believe in it, then they're going to continue to fall into this trap of creating this narrative. So I'm creating these clones of this certain type of image because we see it. There are other people who see it. Why do we keep falling for the okie doke?
Because, baby, poverty is hard.
Not all them damn children is poverty.
A lot of them are, but most of the ones that ain't in poverty,
middle class children.
Most of the ones, but most of the ones that go the hardest come from lower class, like working class. But I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I think we fall for because it's the promise. It's the hope. If you I mean, they putting somebody in front of you that just looks uber rich. Like a lot of times, you didn't know. Give me somebody. Tony Braxton, R&B diva. You know what I'm saying? Who would think that she would ever be broke?
Right. She mismanaged that money.
Yeah. And then we blame her. She might have got robbed. We don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
All the men they had around.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so there are complications that come with every situation. We don't see that. We see the car. Kids, young people, we see the cars, the access that they have. And we're like, oh, everything must be hungry. Who knew? No. I didn't. Okay, did you think Taraji P. Henson had any financial issues? Were you shocked that she was making $75,000 and $100,000 on the film?
No, I wasn't shocked.
I was super shocked by that.
Because she's a black woman.
All right, but that's you. You understand that she's a black woman. But most people, most black folk, we think that our celebrities are rich.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I understand it. But you said you. You said I think. You said you.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Most, but okay.
Hell, we came back to Texas. People was thinking we was rich just because we left Texas.
Yeah.
But like people assume.
Yeah. When you make certain moves, ooh, they made it. They made it.
Yeah, they made it. You know. So what Shay Shay say with this? Why do artists keep recycling the same music?
Right.
I love Burna Boy, but loads of his music comes from someone else. Our parents said the same thing when we were kids. Why is it insecure? Like, because that's why I hate
it works.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. But you said you hated something. I'm sorry. I just wanted that one part.
No, you good. You good. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think it's like that?
I just said because it works.
Because it works for who?
It works for them. The owners of the masters distribution, the owners of the record labels. It works for the Jews, those who are into the head of the entertainment. It works. It makes them money. Keep perpetuating the same lie, the same energy, the drugs, the lies, the sex, and all this. This was what's sold throughout the generations within entertainment. So they keep doing it. They just upgraded to make it look good for this generation. They appeal to the generation of now.
Right. And we got to know a lot of major artists don't pick the songs that get to come out.
A lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't. Now, more do nowadays than in the past, but it's a business.
Right.
And in business, you copy what's successful.
But if you know, when you know that, it's the onus on if you are really adamant or loyal to your creativity and to the industry and to the message.
Yeah, we won't be signing you.
You won't be, right.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
You are. You're a very true
that's what
artist.
happens.
But guess what? We won't be signing you.
No
we want let's say NBA Youngboy, biggest selling hip hop artist in the past 10 years.
Right.
By far.
Right.
There are 50 of them. There are 50 other NBA young boys out here because soon as one is made, think about Pac. We can go all the way back to our generation. We got Pac. When Pac left, everybody turned into Pac. DMX had a Pac vibe.
Right.
Ja Rule had a Pac vibe. You keep saying MOB, man. You ain't down with Death Row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
but I'm saying that with that, I'm just saying if you know that then try to. I don't know. Never mind. I said.
Well, the thing is, and I like what Z is saying too, and this is a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find like minds in music. You're going to find artists who look like each other, sound like each other, emulate each other, even by accident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the music business and what we get to see, you know what I'm saying, and who the major people are backing, they're making deliberate decisions. That's not. They're not picking who's the best.
No,
they're picking what's selling. And as far as like when people say it's controversy, they just want to show our community the drugs, the guns, sex and violence sells in every industry in America.
It sells. So stop buying it if you want to say. Stop buying it if you don't want to see it. Stop buying it.
Yeah.
Or work it out to again educate, set those standards, those boundaries within your community.
Right.
Create those more ways and those values and principles within your community to where you're able to say, this is not what we're doing. This is not what we listen to. I wish we could go back to where you knew you had to sneak listen to some bad music and curse words. You had to stay up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Get that. Make it work.
And subject matter, and a lot of the stuff that's allowed today. It is what it is. We was talking about that earlier.
It sound like a manifestation / feminist first song or woman power song, and then it was talking about hit me from behind. I was like, where did that come into be? And
on the radio in the morning.
On the radio,
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want my, so but then that's where the community has to stand up and demand something different. And we sitting in here wondering why our children are acting a certain way. But we listen. One of the things that trip me out, we listen to the same music they do.
Yeah.
And what does that say?
Right. And
does that say the music is better? No, it does not.
No, it says that and then especially if you're gonna, I don't know, you gotta decide and understand when children are at a space where you're able to communicate with them what they're listening to. Are they mature enough to be able to decipher and to make, and a lot of you gotta meet them at their stage. You gotta meet them at what stage you are. So if they're not, then no, they shouldn't be, because some people will say, like with the conscious parents, and that's what I've been saying. Some people be like, I let them listen to them, we're gonna talk about it, but they may not be ready. They're gonna be like, whatever. I know I
but
did.
It's come to the point now where you have to, because it's almost impossible
so available
to shield.
The TikTok, the little simple innocent dances, they have bad music behind music that's talking about things, and they may be singing and they don't know what they're singing, but they going along with the beat. I gotta sing this word.
And all music is an energy.
It's
a vibe.
Always.
And one thing no one can convince me of is that lyrics don't matter.
Absolutely.
Because they do.
And you said that. There was a young man that was on, I was looking at a TikTok, and he was talking about listening to Killer Mike's and how the older people came for him. It's like, you haven't heard of him? Go listen to his music. Say he listened to it. He was like, I know old people, older, y'all into the lyrics. We just wanted what's vibing.
Yeah. So where he was
scary.
Wrong, but what he was right and he was wrong, in my opinion. He was right in that there's always been a segment of us that did not give a damn about the lyrics when it comes to hip hop.
That's true.
When we were young and now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better not put on no Public Enemy, nothing. Put in some 69 bars. I'm just trying to dance. I want to do motherfucking Tootsie Roll or whatever. I ain't trying to do all that. When I get to my music, I don't want to think. All music has a right to exist.
Right.
But what we have to do is as a society is put things where they need to be most effective for the society.
Right.
That's how I feel about that. I think that if you're talking about there's too much violence in your community, then you got to make sure there's not too much violence in the music that everybody is listening to. You got to finance the nonviolent music the way that the violent music is being financed.
What are you feeding? Are you feeding that energy? You know?
Right, so yeah, like you say, vibrations hitting the lower chakra causes make unbalanced decisions.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have to be intentional in supporting the other message. Like we have to bring that balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to bring that balance. The industry is not interested in that. The industry is interested in profit.
Right.
Period.
And we need to get that so we can stop going in and think we're going to change something or we're going to make them give us equality. Stop.
You can't change an industry you don't own.
Right.
All you're doing is being a good customer to that industry. We have to build your own industry and you can coexist. You know what I'm saying? But you have to not be jealous. You have to not be able like, wow, they on private jets. But you know what? We got shit that's gonna be here for the next 100 years. We circulate and we good. They better not come. We good. And you have to be on that kind of vibe. You got to support those higher vibrations, things like that. It's not about canceling one for the other, but it's about balancing things out.
Right.
Because I love Dolomite Party Records, Red Fox Party Records. I love NWA at a certain time, not in the morning.
Right. Because it does emit that certain. There are certain songs I listen to in the morning, right when I get up, and then right when I gotta get myself crunk to come into the school. Then it's to calm me down after school, and before I go to bed. All those vibrations are different. You definitely listen to certain songs,
and I can listen to. I'm not gonna start selling dope or kill nobody because I'm listening to gangster music and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's certain music I intentionally listen to put me in certain moods I need to be in. If I'm in a money making mood, I'm not really listening to UGK. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to something else. So it's just that's something we got to teach our young people to use music like that. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, y'all, we do need our own though. There's no skating around that. Okay, there's no skating around that. We do need our own, and yes, we should support our own institutions. We need to stop not supporting us because we love everybody. That's the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. Because a lot of times people be like, "Well, if you have an all black, then that means you don't like white people." Like, no.
It doesn't mean that, but so what?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't what that is. You know what I'm saying? We have a culture, and we got to get out away of thinking our culture is trying to be accepted by them.
Right.
That ain't my culture.
Or our culture is an alternative to theirs. No, it's just our culture.
Or our culture is inferior to theirs.
Right.
Because we'll adopt their behaviors, integrate it into our culture, and then say that's black culture. But a lot of things we do, that violence first and all that some of us do, that's American culture.
Right.
Picking up a gun and shooting somebody, that's American culture. Shit, I was reading some American history the other day. Them motherfuckers used to have duels back in the day.
That's brutal. That's savagery. I would never have done
that. No,
I wouldn't have got into a fight with nobody.
No, it was this one cat was vice president, got killed in the duel as vice president.
I wouldn't.
A senator came to his house, say, "We got to settle this shit." And they went out back and they walked 10 paces, turned around and shot at each other. The senator killed the dude and didn't go to jail because it was a duel.
It was a duel. He accepted it. He could.
Yeah. He just had to leave town for a little while till it blew over, and mother went back to the Senate.
That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm gonna stake. If I know, I'm gonna stake out my space, and I'm gonna see you coming. I'm gonna shoot you down. It's not gonna be a fair fight.
It ain't It ain't no different than the girls pull up at your house with the grease on their face saying, "Bitch, come outside." Right. It's the same thing. That's American culture.
Yeah, that is.
That's American. Ain't black culture. That's American culture being practiced by black people.
Or them cheering them girls, all them boys be meeting up at the park. Like, I meet at the park. You got your people, I got my people, and y'all have
It's when the killing comes into play. Now, ass whooping is as African as anything in the world. The good ass whooping come from Africa. Okay, good ass whooping come from back home. But it's a good ass whooping. I'm gonna humble you, and we gonna. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live to see another day. But this, you got to go, I got to kill you shit. Yeah. No, that's European culture all day long.
All day long.
Yeah. So boom, how you feeling? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I do now?
You ain't done nothing.
You just looking at me like
you asked me if I felt good. I gave you my feel good.
It's like
that's not what it was. Now your perception. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. All right. But no, this has been good. Who Carl Weathers? Now we already talked about Carl Weathers. Who's that? What they say? I love what y'all do, but I'm not funny.
You one of them.
Duh. Like you say, look in the mirror.
Yeah. You mentioned Carl Weathers. He passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
Apollo Creed. Yeah, Action Jackson.
Action Jackson.
Yeah.
The guy who whooped Rocky.
Yeah. Rest in power. I saw a clip of seen a episode of Good Time he was on when JJ was painting the sister in the nude. Yeah, and Carl Weathers played the husband. And he bust in and thought JJ was messing with his wife. Right. He was gonna beat JJ up.
Good stuff. No, this has been great. It's Saturday night. Well, Sunday morning now, child. Yeah.
I know. But it was fun. I was in the mood to talk a little noise tonight. So
did
I
you talk to Lois?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, and I'm just saying, make sure you got your fulfillment of what you want.
I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good.
I might have thought you was talking. You might have thought, nah, I didn't do what I want. I want to do some more. Let's finish.
No, I'm great. I'm great. Dr. Remember. All right, cool. All right. Don't worry about all that.
I'm gonna worry about something else. I just saw we had a number on it.
What?
A price on it. Well, I don't know, Jasper or something.
It's one of my AIs, but I'm canceling it. I'm not using it. Yeah, I got my toys and stuff like that. I invest.
Oh, is that what? Okay. All right.
Yes. I invest in our school. I invest in my business.
Does it? But okay.
Yeah, it's an investment. Everything. I can show you where I use it and what I use it for. But yeah, I do have an issue though. I do.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. That's all. Like Nikki, Monique, I just wanted to acknowledge. Right?
Yeah, man.
Acknowledge your thing. But no, this is I hope that the response. Now, I didn't get to even say the response that because she said something about DL. Before we go, we gotta go. But she said DL came. His response was so ugly and tacky.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling that at all.
I was like, you went there. It's like you the kid that you joined the high side battle, but you can't have somebody got a one up on you, and you got mad. And you ready to fight and talk. You want to go low. You want to go low and talk about some real life stuff. But when y'all was just high side because you can't take a joke. That's not cool. And that's
I think it's something to be said
about
how all of them are emoting.
Yeah.
During this time and bringing it all out here. Yeah. But it's good business on the one hand. I always look at it from that standpoint. Like Monique is back.
Oh no, she back, and I'm happy for her. I know this is helping her, so I'm cool with it.
It's good business. You know what I'm saying?
Her memoir. She's doing her memoir early.
Yeah. It's good business. Z say, do I think she's toxic for our culture? No, I don't think she's toxic for our culture. I think that she has inhaled the same toxins that most of us have inhaled. So does she exhibit toxic behavior like many of us? Yes. She ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she's toxic for our culture. I don't think Kat is toxic for our culture. I think that other cultures are toxic for our culture.
Right.
That's how I feel. I feel that Hollywood culture is toxic for our culture.
Right.
I feel that fame in America is toxic for our culture.
Right.
I feel that Western capitalism, the way that it is practiced, is toxic for our culture. Right. Poverty is fucking toxic for any culture. Right. Discrimination, oppression, all that shit is toxic for our culture. Food deserts, toxic for our culture.
Right.
But I can't point to any individual Black person and say I think that person is toxic for our culture. Even Oprah and the gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's the culture that they believe in that's toxic for our culture.
Yeah. Ultimately, even with a lot of the decisions that we make and the things that we participate in, when people say we can't blame, what the white people, or yes, we can. It's where it all stems from. That's where it all stems from. Yes, we have to make decisions, I'm saying the root of it. Even if you understand that I am away, you got to get to the root of it so that you can fix that root. When you deal with the white person with the European within yourself,
that culture,
that mindset, then you could heal all them roots.
Because see, people take the white black thing to make it simple,
right,
to simplify it. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking culture.
Right.
This is a cultural issue. We're in a cultural war. You know what I'm saying? And the culture that's toxic to us just so happens to be practiced by European people.
Right.
I'm not saying it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what it is, and we got to look at American culture and see what type of Americans are we becoming.
Right.
But what we do is say it's about being black is the problem. I'm saying the American part is the problem.
Right.
And you can put whatever crayon you want to put on it, but we all know who the dominant culture is in America.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so that shit don't mix. You and the people who naturally want to be together, then you practice an individualistic culture. Next thing you know, one person got everything and they surrounded by a bunch of people who ain't got nothing. Or you got you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and then you got like how Stephen A and all of them, how they emote is how you turn down another black person. Right. But on the way to going where they're going, they step on black people.
Right.
They have to turn their backs on black people. They have to ignore black people to get where they're going. And then they expect some sort of communal black love from us in return. That's toxic.
Right. I'll say.
Yeah, that's toxic. And it makes us kind of double-minded.
It does.
Yeah, it makes us kind of double-minded.
The Bible says that a man that's double-minded, would not be. What it said, that a man that is that's double-minded cannot be trusted in all his ways or something like that, because it's gonna always be in conflict. You're always you wishy-washy. You're always second guessing yourself and your thoughts and your decisions and things like that. So it's unclear and unstable in all their ways. That's what it is. They're unstable in all their ways.
Right. So yeah, man, that's just so I think it's a cultural thing, man. I think it's a cultural thing
that we have to fight and we have to build too. It's a cultural thing. In order to build our way up out of it, it's not just going to be a financial thing. It's not just about reparations. It's about building those mentalities and those cultures, building those cultures back up, honoring those cultures again, in order to try to gain a sense of our nationhood within ourselves and pride and understanding, and get that fight to be able to fight for ourselves and fight for our communities.
Yeah,
so
that's the trip, babe. You say that because we're the people label us as black nationalists. Like we want to build a black nation. I would love to see that, but I realize we got to build a black community first.
That part.
We have to learn how to take over our neighborhood again, politically and economically take over our neighborhoods again, for those of us who want that. And we have a right to want that.
We have a right.
There are going to be those who don't want nothing to do with that, but we have a right to want that. You know what I'm saying? But shit, we got to learn how to be a community again. That part, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, we got some growing to do. But the cool thing about all the mess that's being aired out is it gives us something to talk about. We can segue into more important discussions.
That part,
you know what I'm saying? Off of that, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking at it,
on the
surface. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, see you Monday too, Lachelle. Before you get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go over to UASC. International.com or .org, right? And support UASC International, we call it the model institution.
It is,
the model institution. Beautiful campus. The team over there is amazing. STEM focused, African centered. just a beautiful campus located here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you're in the Columbia, South Carolina area, you definitely want to check out uascinternational.com. And when you get there, hit the donate button as well and become an Uhuru Star and give to them by auto debit monthly. All right. You can support us right now at Cash App $sign Uhuru Academy. And again, this supports African-centered education, supports our schools, supports our movement. We don't do it. We don't do it, to get rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We do what we do because we've been called to do it. It's a need, and we're honored to be a part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And look, I like these I had situations. Most people ran their ass off and talking about me like a billy goat with no facial hair. In other cultures, there you go. In other cultures, reached out. I don't know if they like. I learned just to like people who like me. Everyone else can eat spam and Cheeto. But we like Giselle Bennett.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? We like Giselle Bennett. You know what I'm saying? And other people reached out. Other cultures didn't. Other people. There's a difference between a people and a culture. You know what I'm saying? Not all people who look a certain way practice the same culture. You know what I'm saying? So people reached out to you, but people who practice the culture we're talking about, they have never reached out to you. And when they did, it was to exploit you because that's a part of their culture.
Absolutely.
Period. Don't be blinded by the crayons. All my skin folk ain't my kin folk, but all them other folks, shit, most of them damn sure ain't. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be careful because every day you look at TV, your hero is white.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what that is. But hey, love y'all. Don't mind telling y'all. Let my wife get her some rest. Got things to do tomorrow. You got anything you want to let people remind people of or anything?
Wild Warrior Women Wednesdays is back. Wild Warrior Women Wednesdays.
She said, right.
I know, right? It came right when I said it. It's back. So join me. If you missed last Wednesday, that was my first welcome back for the year of 2024, and I had the wealth and the gracefulness and the just a wonderful time to be able to, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say, interview Baba Amin.
All that to say.
All that to say, I was able to interview my first warrior, man, king, brother, and that was Baba Amin. So if you missed that, please check out the Uhuru Academy channel, YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see that replay. But I'll be back here. I'm doing the 1st and the 3rd of each month, each Wednesday, and I'll have some special guests on. So just join me then. Wednesday nights about 8 p.m.
Yeah, Shay, it's on too.
It's on.
Great. And go visit the YouTube channel and see all of the episodes of the Wild. I have a Wild Warrior Women's playlist. We have one on Uhuru Academy, the Uhuru Academy YouTube. Go like, subscribe, and catch those episodes as well. Hey, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I think I was a little hyped tonight, but I had fun. I was in the mood. And so, hey, y'all, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. This has been He Say, She Say with Baba Amin and Amin Nkoyo. I love this black woman.
And I love this black man. Oh, who would do that?
Yeah, that's just the AI. That's the ghost in the machine.
That's the ghost in the machine.
Hey, we'll see y'all. Peace.
Peace. I like them little things.